getting through to the Allies, descendants of...
Yes, descendants of the Allies of Australia, and we're getting very close to the end of the march as well.
Yes, we've gone through, there's the kingdom, there's Italy, the World War II partisans, descendants of those, and indeed possibly a gentleman there who may have served as a partisan. Poland.
Just a reminder then, all of these people going through, the descendants, and all the medals are on the right side.
That's right.
They
may indeed have a medal of their own, but what they're doing today, though, Neil, you're quite right. The medals they wear and what the medals they're recognising is the service they're recognising is that of an ancestor, indeed that's why the medals are worn on the right, if they have them, if they're lucky enough to retain them. You know, there's one set of medals in a family. But there we are, Serbia, an ally in World War I.
They're precious things, aren't they? The medals.
And there's the Soviet Union. That's an addition this year, I'm sure.
And that's just a reminder too that everybody has a place in this march. The Soviet Union obviously no longer exists.
Yes.
But everybody has a place in this march.
Yes, and indeed it's also a reminder of that over the years, alliances change. And behind the Soviet Union is, it's nice to see them here today. I think, pretty sure that's the first time they've marched. I could be wrong. But then Turkey, descendants of Turkish men and women who've served. And we have a very close relationship with Turkey. That's sprang from Gallipoli and those wonderful words of Kemal Ataturk, where he reassured mothers of Australia who'd lost loved ones that they were lying in the bosom of a friendly family. Wipe away your tears. You've lost your lives in our land, you become our sons as well. And he said that 15 years after the Allies had attempted to invade his country. So I think it was a marvellous gesture to the people living back here in Australia who may never ever get to see the
in some cases,
the loved one.
In some cases, the bodies were never found.
That's right. Here are the cadets, Australian Army, Navy cadets, and Air Force cadets.
And they're young men and women aged between 13 and 19.
And these cadets would have helped carry signs. They would have been involved in the youth vigil last night and carried signs today and then scurried back up to march down as a formed body. And we really appreciate their service. So well done to you young men and women, and indeed to the band that precedes them, which is a cadet band.
Sorry, that youth vigil is such an important part of the Anzac commemoration as well.
It is. It gives the younger members of the community an opportunity to be part of the Anzac tradition and the Anzac spirit. There's only so many signs that can be carried here, and as they're younger, they probably don't feel all that comfortable in the descendants group. You know, probably somebody older in their family that might want to do that. So here's an opportunity for them to come to the dawn service, the Anzac Eve Youth Vigil, not just here, but out in the community. There's 8 or 9 of them, and play a part.
And this, we are soon to be drawing to a close to this particular part of the commemoration. But really, this is seen as a trilogy, isn't it? 3 parts, a commemoration. Just explain how the RSL looks at it.
If I may, Emma, just acknowledge the marshals as they go past, because they're the men and women that have pulled this all together. So congratulations to Tony Chaplin, OAM, and his team. Exactly. This is they're the marshals there on screen, and they work all year to pull this off. The Anzac Day commemoration and the Anzac Day Committee, 20 people, over 400 years service, and they're supported by 1,400 volunteers, and it's the RSL's contribution to the state. They do it because it's commemoration, it's remembering their mates. Emma, yeah, it's three parts to Anzac. This is just one. It's certainly the public face of the Anzac commemoration, but as a trilogy, as you said, the dawn service is a quiet time to reflect, and I know some people just go to the dawn service and that's enough. They've remembered in a quiet way, and then that's it. But there's a second part. The dawn service is a bit like, as I said last year, it's a bit like if there's a death in your family, it's the church service at your local church. It's the dawn service, first part of the trilogy. This is the march, the public face, where the public come out and say thank you. They show their appreciation, and the marches get a bit of a fillip from that recognition, and that's like the funeral cortege to the graveside. And what will start in a minute will be the graveside, equivalent of the graveside service, the final farewell, and that's the Cross of Sacrifice.
So you saw there the Barossa Light Horse Historical Association completing the march, and we will be going to the Cross of Sacrifice very soon.